All right, y'all. Happy day 7. Today we are talking total belly of the beast social media. Depending on how long this goes, might have to make this 2 videos, and this is also the one that I'm gonna have to come back and change constantly because, guys, social media, Instagram, Facebook, all of that is constantly changing. That's why we talked about in a previous day how it's a good idea to start getting people's email addresses too, because you never really know if these social media platforms could just go away, and you don't want that to mean that your business goes away as well. So just another added reminder on why it's important. Okay, most of what I'm going to be talking about in regards to social media is just how to boost your engagement, how to get more people to see your stuff. But guys, it's a game. Like, figuring out social media is a challenge. It's constantly changing. It's a puzzle. It's a game. While I want you to utilize it to your advantage, I don't want you spending all your time here. Like, we need to be building relationships and building trust with people. That's what's going to get, let us be able to help people. And it's important to find new people to do that with and be expanding our network, which social media and these strategies let you do. But first and foremost, it's about the relationship. So you can walk outside and find 3 people to talk to. You didn't need a hashtag for that. So I just want to keep that in the forefront. Okay, 1, when you're posting, tell a story as much as possible. That hooks people in, okay? If I just throw up a picture of myself in a post that is like, hey, I'm doing this new group, come join it with me, people are going to scroll right past that caption. But if I start it with, I can remember 2 years ago sitting on my kitchen floor crying after having a conversation with my husband that this is just how life was going to be. If that's how I start my caption, you're like, oh, what is she talking about? I want to read more. You've got people hooked. So there's a great book you can get on Audible called Building a Story Brand. It goes a little more in depth than you might need starting out, but it's just a great way to think back to, like, who is my person? Who am I talking to? How can I really relate to them? Be you authentically, okay? Don't follow all these other coaches and do all this other stuff. Think about your 5 things that you're going to share and just be authentically, unapologetically you. Don't use Beachbody, okay? Don't use Beachbody hashtags. Don't be in that post being like, oh, yeah, I'm a Beachbody coach. Some people will read that, unfortunately, and they're just completely turned off. They don't know anything about it, but we are here to share you, the relationship with you. They can get Beachbody anywhere. They're choosing to do it with you. So that's what you want to lead with, is you, not Beachbody. And just think about, like, what your brand is going to be, who your person's going to be, and share with them. Sorry, I have notes because I want to make sure I'm doing things. Make sure that you have linked your Instagram profile to your Facebook profile as well. You can get it to kind of like instantly post over there if you want to do that, so you're not having to copy and paste over. 4 apps or 3 apps that I have on my phone and use a lot. One of them is Lightroom. It's a great way that you can brighten your photos. If you're new and you don't really know how to edit them, you can buy a great preset from someone on Instagram, really, and just look at their stuff and see what you like for like $10, and just apply that to all your photos so you have this congruent kind of feel going to them. Canva is a great one. That's how I make little, cutesy prints, do the weekly rock stars, that kind of thing. It's not super duper user friendly. Sometimes the stuff is off, but you can do that on your computer or on your phone. And then Layout is a great app, how I get my side by sides, and then you can kind of transfer those over to Canva and write on them and do all that stuff. So Lightroom, Canva, Layout, 3 apps that I really like to use for my social media stuff. Also, use new Instagram features, especially like in your stories. If they, using GIFs, using location tags, the live feature in stories, using the stuff Instagram has put out there is a great way, and they will boost your stuff to get in front of more people. Hashtags. If you're not strong in the hashtag game, no worries, but here's what you need to know. You need to try before you buy, okay? if you are trying to use some really generic hashtag like healthy mama, you're going to go and see how many million people have used healthy mama in the last 5 minutes, okay? The purpose of a hashtag is for someone else to search it and you to be on the top of that page for them to go and look at your stuff, them to kind of find you by accident, all right? So you don't want to use anything that millions of people are using. And also, you might think it's a great hashtag and then you go to it and you're like, oh, people posting on this are not my people. Or sometimes, oh, that means something completely different than what I thought it did. So try before you buy. You don't have to have a ton, but look for a few that look like you. Try them out, see if you're getting new people to see your stuff. The max number of hashtags you can do on a post is 30, but starting with like 10 that really work for you that aren't Beachbody Coach, Beachbody Coaching, Lift 4, like don't use those hashtags. The only people finding them are people who already do those programs and do not need a coach, okay? When you post something, the more engagement you get quickly, the more people that are going to see your post. So you want to look at your analytics once you switch to that business account, and you can see what time most of your followers are on, what days they're mostly on. That's when you want to be posting. And if someone comments on your post, the quicker you can comment back, that's just boosting that engagement. Always comment back. Even if they're just like, so cute, be like, thank you. Like the more that's happening under that post, the more people that are going to see it. Let's see. Tagging brands in your photos. If you're wearing Nike shoes, just tag Nike. It doesn't hurt. It takes 5 seconds. Your location, you can tag where you actually live or if you ever go somewhere fun. That can help more people to search and find you that way. Also, when you're having private messages with people, when you're engaging on their content, when you're watching their stories, when you are liking and commenting on your followers' stuff, that's going to make it more likely that they will see yours, because Instagram is like, oh, these people are friendly, they must want to see her stuff. So be a user of Instagram as well. Don't get stuck there scrolling 20-30 minutes a day when you could be working. But if there's someone that you want to make sure is seeing your stuff, be interacting with them, okay? And last but not least, as I started with, don't stress. Social media is always changing. It's a game you can get lost in, but we are most strictly here about relationships with people, okay? Be smart about it. Do some of these things gradually. Look at your insights and your analytics to see, oh, did these hashtags work? Were a lot of people going to this post? But don't let it overwhelm you or stop you from posting. If you post and you don't have a hashtag, the world will be all right. Okay, your followers, the people who you've been engaging with, will see it. It will be all right. So that's social media in 8 minutes. Your homework is to tell me one thing that you're going to implement and start looking into, whether that's downloading an app, whether that's looking for a few hashtags. What are you going to start with right now today? Bye, guys.